Welcome back to Salt Lake City and the campus of Westminster College. You know, the men's lacrosse team has had a brutal schedule so far. They've already had 3 games against ranked opponents and have at least 2 more against top 20 opponents this season. But as Amy Gill explains, that hasn't stopped one Griffin from fulfilling his dream of studying the brain.
Westminster lacrosse midfielder Jake Burrard has always been able to strike a balance between athletics and academics.
What I've found is that guys who do well in the classroom usually do well on the field. Just in a way that, you know, they're paying attention, mental errors are minimal, and you're just able to play fast because you're thinking on your feet.
In college, Burrard's philosophy has worked out well, in addition to being one of the top scorers for the Griffins, including a 5-goal game in March that netted him RMAC Player of the Week honors. Burrard is a neuroscience major.
So neuroscience, pretty simply, is just the study of the brain. You know, we talk about a lot of cellular-based things and, you know, brain regions and kind of, you know, what your brain does. And then we talk a lot about cognitive stuff, and so there's 2 kind of separate fields of study, but all kind of gets lumped together in brain stuff.
The Idaho native says he chose Westminster to get a little bit of distance from home, but the Gem State is where he learned to focus on his schooling.
You know, my dad had pretty much the unspoken rule that you didn't come home with anything less than A's.
It stuck with him. After he finishes his senior year, Burrard will continue his education in California.
I work in the athletic training room here and really enjoyed that. But I didn't feel like athletic training was necessarily my calling either. So I kind of landed on physical therapy, and I applied to physical therapy school this last fall, and I got into Fresno State, so I'm starting there in the fall. And you know, the neuroscience has been a great starting point for me.
But for now, he is enjoying the rest of his time at Westminster and with the lacrosse team.
You know, it sounds a little cliche, but it really is a tight-knit brotherhood. You know, if you need anything, whether it's, you know, help with schoolwork, it's help on the field, it's help at home with a project, you know, guys will line up to help each other out. And, you know, just to be a part of something like that where, you know, you've got 40 guys who have your back in anything you do is really special.
Congratulations to Jake Burrard, our RMAC academic student athlete for Westminster College.
Now let's see how the men's lacrosse team does as they made the trip to Colorado Springs for a couple of games, taking on Colorado College first. Thomas Sargent showing off his range in this one. He's way deep when he lets it fly. It finds the back of the net. The Griffins are down 3-2. Second half, they were down 3 goals when Nick Marcy reeled off 3 in a row, including this one to tie the game at 8 in the third quarter. Then Burrard, who we just featured with a nice individual move, he gives the Griffins their first lead of the game. He had 2 goals on the evening, and it's a lead they would never give back. Troy Vance with an insurance tally for the visitors. He also netted 2 goals on the evening. Then Marcy delivers the dagger. 4 total goals on the night for both him and Sargent as Westminster stopped a 3-game losing streak thanks to a 12-9 victory over Colorado College.
We played the best defense I think we played all year against a very competitive team. Offense was on their game, middies were doing their job, so it all came together, and I had that confidence around me to keep playing well because of my team.
Coming in here, getting the W, even if it's out of conference, the W's a W, and it definitely boosts our morale. We feel good going into the next game.
2 days later, they were back at Colorado College, this time taking on conference foe Maryville. This one was really all about the Griffins. Hans Geischen with his first goal of the year using the long stick, giving Westminster a 2-0 lead. Jacob Taylor had an afternoon to remember. This is his 2nd goal of the first quarter. He had 3 total along with an assist as the Griffins are up 3-0. Maryville made it very interesting, getting within a goal in the third, but Troy Vance has had enough of that. He puts the Purple People Eaters back up by 2. From that point on, they roll, outscoring the Saints 8-2 the rest of the way and earning the 13-6 victory. Remember, the RMAC men's and women's lacrosse tournaments take place the first weekend in May. We've reached the halfway point on this edition of the RMAC Showcase. When we come back, we'll sit down with the top brass on campus and get to know Westminster College just a little better. Don't go anywhere.